What is up, guys? It is March 26th. We're going to be back testing the day. Looks like we might have got another Trump pump. Dude, these Trump pumps are so funny, honestly. Well, maybe funny is the wrong word. A lot of people hate them. But I don't know. They just like spawn in out of nowhere. Anyway, we're going to review the market today. We're going to take a look at what happened and what we can learn. I'm already seeing something that I really like that happened later on after we took the short and then the long. My guess is you might be thinking, oh Jake, look at all these low resistance highs, right? Look at all these low resistance highs. I'm thinking we ain't going to those low resistance highs unless we break through this unmitigated gap, this 15-minute gap, at the very least. At the very least. Not to mention this gap, this gap, this gap. There's so many gaps you have to get through to even consider going all the way to those highs. So this is the very least we have to break through this. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. We need to break this at the very least, this 15-minute unmitigated gap. I'm going to actually make a new template for unmitigated gaps. Like, at the very least, if we were going to consider going to those highs, we need to start breaking these higher time frame gaps. Instead, what do you see? You see the market just instantly reject it. What does that mean? That means that we're not going to those highs, right? And I need to make a video on unmitigated for value gaps. But genuinely, like, you really need to pay attention to these because the market, when you have a gap that hasn't even been used one time, the odds we're going to break it on the first go around, especially when the higher time frame is bearish like this, not that likely, right? So unmitigated, I'm making a new template for this. Unmitigated fair value gap, bang, right? Saving that. So, what I'm wondering, and I'm pretty sure is the case actually, is I'm wondering, with this unmitigated gap here, I'm wondering if we got a trade off of it to the downside, which I'm pretty sure there was. So 15-minute unmitigated for value gap. You can see that was the draw, right? And then what? We go lower. My guess is we might have had S&T as well. So we're gonna check. Yeah, so like you can see there's literally S&T with YM with this high. And then let's check ES. There's also S&T with ES with this high. Wait, no, there's not. Wait, hang on. Yeah, S&T with YM here. So, bang. This is why market did not continue higher, period. And honestly, I was already pretty bearish on the day. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and screenshot this. I mean, this, we're not... higher time frame was bearish. If we have an unmitigated gap, your default should be probably like, we're probably not going to break through that on the first go around. So, let's make a new... Do we have a folder for today? We do. So 15-minute unmitigated FEG. Let's also make a note here that says, with this 15-minute unmitigated for value gap, are we really likely to break it on, or break through it to the upside on the first go round? especially with or when the higher or no, we're not. We're not likely to break this gap. So your mind should already be defaulting when you see this 15-minute gap that's been unmitigated. You should default to this thing is probably, and unless we close above it with displacement, we're probably not going to these highs. Once again, unmitigated just means that we haven't even used it one time. Unmitigated, completely untouched is what that means. It's completely untouched. We haven't used it at all. At all. And you might be saying, well, this one was unmitigated, like, and we went through it. Well, no. You can see what happened when we came to this one. We took out all the lows. So did we really close through it very easily? No. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, is these unmitigated gaps, you really have to pay attention to them. You really do. Are we really likely to break through this on the first go? No. And so once again, we go into the market with this idea. Now, obviously, I caught the shorts and I caught the longs, right? I caught the shorts, Vol model shorts, and then the inversion back up to the equal highs. But my thoughts are, if I had been doing my due diligence and I'd seen this 15-minute unmitigated fair value gap, my guess is I almost certainly could have caught these shorts as well. And you know what? You know what's cool about this? You know what? This is the most obvious Phoenix model I've ever seen in my life. This is the most obvious Phoenix model I've ever seen in my entire life. This is the type of Phoenix model that you full port. Like, this is so nice, right? Obviously, we have a sweep into the gap here. No, I'm not even going to mark that one. This is the sweep, right? The rejection block sweeps liquidity. And we actually had an S&T with this too. So, liquidity sweep. Let's mark this out as a mini. Like a little mini sweep here. Man, the market just gets me so excited. Like, this is so nice. So nice. This Phoenix model is so nice. Sweep, rejection block gets created. Bang. Rejection block created on the 1 minute. Okay. We have SMT with YM there. And we have SMT, I'm pretty sure, with ES on this asset. With this high here. Let me check. Let me check. Dude, doesn't this just get you hyped? Like, honestly, this is the type of Phoenix model that I would take for real on my live account. I would take this Phoenix model on my live account because I have so much conviction in this rejection block with stacked SMTs. I honestly would take this on my live account, and yeah, I don't normally take Phoenix models on my live account, but dude, with this, sup, bro? Just interesting thing for you. What's up? How's it going, FA? FA, hee 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 hee. Yeah, tell me, what's up? Dog, I'm at the gym. You locked in, bro? Get those gains. Get those gains. We like that. That's good. Focus on the gym then. You can watch this later if you want. Or maybe I'll backtest more later. But FA, what you thinking? What you thinking, FA? There's a big one on NQ. A big what? Okay, so the SMT was with, I'm trying to figure out where the SMT was. A big what though? Well, there was an SMT with this high. So I was thinking there was SMT with this high though. So this Phoenix model is really cool because it's not only Phoenix model type B, right, where you have a rejection block that had an SMT with a prior high, right? So this is Phoenix type B, but it's also Phoenix type A because we have an SMT here. So we have an SMT that we utilize the rejection block. So if you don't know the difference, you gotta watch that video that I made. But basically, Phoenix Type B is we have an SMT already created, and then we use the rejection block. Phoenix Type A is the SMT is with the move up into the rejection block. You have typed above. Typed above what? There's a big what? Is it in Discord? I thought for sure there was SMT with this high. That's like the whole point of the trade that I took. Oh, there is. There is. I'm oblivious. There is SMT. There's like a billion SMTs here, actually. I don't even know which one to mark out at this point, honestly. No, let's just mark out those two. Yeah, that's fine. That is dope. I've sent in Discord. Okay, I'm going on Discord right now. I'm gonna check. Bro, this is the type of Phoenix model I would take on my real account. I would take this on my real account because this is so good. High time frame, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Low time frame, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We already knew the higher time frame was bearish. 15-minute gap, 1-minute rejection block. 15-minute gap. It's aligned time frames too. Bro. Look at how this soups the high. This is so nice. I mean, guys, this is one of the most textbook Phoenix models I've ever seen. Not to mention this whole entire time we're getting SMTs. Oh my gosh, orders were just filled here like crazy. I'm pulling up Discord right now. Yeah, this the type of stuff. This is the type of stuff that where I know like I'm never giving up with trading. This is the type of stuff I know like I am never giving up with trading because this is so stupidly obvious. Like higher time frame accumulation, manipulation, distribution, lower time frame accumulation, manipulation into a rejection block, distribution. I'm never quitting trading, bro. I literally nothing could make me quit. Nothing could make me quit trading. Nothing in the entire world. I don't care if I don't even know. There's literally nothing that can make me quit. There's nothing. Okay, I'm looking at Discord. Alright. Bought big NQ limit order below. Might reject easily from there. If it will, I will add up histogram indicator in SB Pro X. Jake. Wait, are these the limit orders? Is this the big limit order? Interesting. Good to know. Thanks, FA. Back to what I was saying. So yeah, like, I mean, this is just amazing. Limit orders. Dang, bro. That's awesome. And like, a lot of people ask me for Phoenix model, what time frame do I do? What time frame do I do for Phoenix model? Well, first of all, you can use any time frame. But if you want to keep it simple, now, it's not going to occur all the time. It's low-key a little rare, but sometimes you'll just have a really obvious one on the 1 minute that will look like this. Sometimes it's low-key kind of rare, but you'll sometimes have a really obvious one like this on the 1 minute. And when you do, it'll be the entry for this like entire move lower. Isn't this so sick? Like, it's just one of those things. It's not going to occur every day. I mean, it might occur. Well, Phoenix model will occur, but the obvious one might not occur every day. But there will be one, at least one kind of Phoenix model. But this is the type of one that's like, it's like I feel like most people that watch me could take a Phoenix model that looks like this, because this is just really, really nice. This is really nice. Delivering from this unmitigated gap, we can even put a gradient on this. I mean, I think we hit consequent encroachment perfectly. Let's actually just mark out the CE with the mode inside of the gap. Yeah, like that. I mean, this is the type of stuff that you get conviction from. When you see CE of a gap like that perfectly respected, you know, okay, smart money is here. Right? Boom. Oh my gosh. I love backtesting. Why is backtesting so cool? Oh my gosh. I'm like addicted. I'm like a drug addict to backtesting. It's so cool. Like, this is so cool. Oh man, we don't use consequent encroachment of the rejection block, but still, bro. Wow. This is really, really cool. Look at how orders get filled 1, 2, 3 times. And then we'll project out this rejection block here. Let's project it out. So, like this. Once again, this is the type of trade I would take on my live account because it's just that obvious. I really would. Because I know this is going to play out. Look at that. And then we have the low right here, which is opening range low. I'm pretty sure that's what they call it, right? No, well, obviously there's RTH opening range gap, but then there's the actual opening range. I'm just gonna call it SPOOs because I don't know what else to call it. Because SPOOs, if you in the ICT mentorship, he talks about how the range from 930 to. I have a note on this. I put this in my notes. Hold on. Sorry, I'm getting excited. I put this note in my phone like 8 months ago on what the SPOOs is. Oh my gosh, where's my phone? Where is my phone? Okay, it actually was in here. I put this note in my phone 8 months ago on what SPOOs is. And let's see, when did I put this in here? Or I probably just screenshotted it. Oh, dang it. Oh man, I don't know. This is the issue. Now I don't know where my notes are on this. What if I just search for it in my photos? I wonder if that'll work. Probably not. Oh, we're getting something. Okay. I think it's between 9:30 and 10. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's between the range between 9:30 and 10. That's what SPOOs is. I'm pretty sure SPOOs is highest volume between 9:30 and 10. Or no, SPOOs is the range of price between 9:30 and 10. Wait, I actually have a note on this in my. Sorry, guys. I'm on a little side quest here. I want to figure this out, actually. It should be in here. Where is it? I have so many video ideas that I never made. It's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure it's the range between 9:30 and 10. If it's not, then it's all good. But yeah, this is the perfect example of a day where SPOO's opening range is a really important concept, because what do you see here? The opening range, the SPOO's opening range is very clear. This is very, very clear that the opening range is basically just one giant chunk. It's a chunk that, and then the market starts consolidating. So from 9 o'clock till 10. This is the SPOO's opening range, right? Or maybe you just call it the opening range. I don't know, because some people call opening range from 9:30 to 10:30. So honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna call it. It doesn't matter. The point is it works. The concepts work. Okay. So this is the range between 9:30 and 10. And what do you see, right? We manipulate the high into the 15-minute unmitigated fair value gap, form a rejection block, utilize the entire rejection block to run us where? Back down to the opening range low, SPOO's low, whatever you want to call it. That is so sick. And this is, you're going to see this happen a lot. I literally have a template for SPOO's. That's crazy. I did not know that. What does the template say? I have a template for this. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure it's 9:30 to 10 o'clock. But yeah, this is going to play out a lot. You're going to see this happen where we have a rejection block, bang. Honestly, you could make a model out of this. Like, I'm not sure it's going to happen that often, but you could make a model where you just take the this is a very niche situation, but like, I bet you it happens a bit where we get a rejection block on the one side of the SPOO's, and then we target the other side. I bet you it happens a bit, actually. Okay, where's the rejection block? Isn't this so cool, though? Like, this is a concept that I studied, like, I don't know, like 7 months ago. And now here it is, showing up in the market again. After all this time. And it's like, I've been noticing that very recently with a lot of these like these models that I created, discovered or whatever you want to call it, like even in the last year, like a lot of the ones like Dark Phoenix, like the Vol model, like I seen those played out in the market today, and I'm like, wow, that is crazy. That's crazy. Bro, I keep switching it. Why isn't it switching? But yeah, there you go. And you can see basically all throughout here orders getting filled, and then we go lower. Isn't this so sick? Sorry guys, I might have bored you out. I might have bored everyone out when I was trying to figure out spoos, but it's all good. I still don't know if it's 9:30 to 10 or 9:30 to 10:30, but I don't care. I'm gonna use 9:30 to 10. Sometimes you just got when no one teaches you stuff, you gotta make executive decisions on what you're gonna call something, and I'm calling spoos 9:30 to 10. So if no one teaches you, you kind of just have to just call it something yourself. That's what I did with high resistant liquidity. No one ever told me what that was, and then I just was like, wait. I'm just gonna start referring to this thing I've seen in the market as high resistant liquidity, and ever since then I realized how helpful it was to do that. So yeah, sometimes if you don't understand something, it doesn't matter if you don't have the exact definition. Who cares? If you understand a concept in the market that's working, call it. Just call it. No one's gonna stop you. No one's gonna say, oh, actually, technically, the spoos is 9:30 to 10:30. It's like, okay, so I can see that it's working better as a 9:30 to 10 o'clock range. I can see it's working better that way. So why would I use a range from 9:30 to 10:30 if it's working better as 9:30 to 10? Right? So you just don't care what anyone else says. You just do what makes sense to you in the market. That's the key. That's the key. Okay, so yeah, Phoenix model at 10:15 on the 1 minute. Beautiful, just beautiful. And then we'll also just mark this as the spoos. Amazing spoos trade. And then as well, we can do, let's see. Oh yeah, we need to project out the rejection block. That's right. I completely forgot to do that. Project out from there to there. Oh wow, there you go. 8 projections. Now, thing about this is you would have to have a lot of conviction. Let's just say that, because what happened? We went and used it 1, 2, 3 times. So it's a little scary, but I mean, it's kind of funny though. We use it 2 projections, use it 3 projections, use it 8 projections. And I took this as Dark Phoenix. We stabbed into this high with SMTs. And yeah. Textbook Phoenix. Screenshotting this. And we'll also look at some more trades as well. But I don't know. I'm looking at this right now. 10:15 Phoenix, 1 minute, number 2. And I want a picture without this guy. I want just a normal picture. Right? And obviously, right, you wouldn't necessarily need to target this far, but you could. I would probably just target this low. This would be so reasonable, like genuinely, or even the POC. Let's say we would just target the POC, right? Yeah, that actually, okay, takes us down there. Dang. So you could target here, or you could target down here. I'd probably just target down here. Well, I would obviously scale out, but you get what I'm trying to say. All right, there's TP. Once again, this is just like where the most volume within this range was, and that's where I would target. Bang, there you go. Boom, right down to that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Imagine seeing this as a trade you took. People's minds would be blown. It's like, that's a really nice trade, and you're like, thank you, appreciate it. I know. It's like I've backtested the markets a bit. Perfect example of Phoenix model, though, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, we forgot to include the sweep here. Hang on. Genuinely perfect example of Phoenix model. Yeah, I'm just gonna start referring to SPOOs as 930 to 10. Yeah, it's literally called the SPOOs opening range. That's what it's called. That's the full name. It's like his first and last name. Okay. Saving this. Beautiful Phoenix model. This one is going in my textbook, right? If I ever make a textbook, this is going in the textbook. What is FA trying to show me? Who are all these people? FA's watching a different live stream because none of those people are in my chat. Let's look and see if... Yeah, no one, there's no... Okay, I don't know. I'm looking at what FA sent here. He sent a screenshot of all these people. I don't know. So yeah, this is 1015 Phoenix model. Ten 16. That's sick. Alright, I kind of have to use the bathroom, but I'll be back. But I'm gonna leave it on the screen because this is just so sick. Just looks this looks pretty. It just looks cool. Alright, I'm gonna leave it on that. Where's my phone at? Oh, there it is. Maybe I should make a video on spoos today. Anyway, time to look at something else because we've been looking at this for a minute. Okay, so we have a 15-minute gap right here. Once again, this was the draw on the quiddy. We also had equal highs here, and I just knew that we were going to go there. It was so obvious, and I called it all the way from the lows, right? We take the data low. There's so many different entries. It's like, let's go through all of them, right? Because the data low, we take the data low. Finally, only took us, well, yeah. Take the data low. And then we have market open highs, right? We have all of these low resistance highs. Yeah, we take the data low with SMT, right? We have SMT here. We have another SMT here. So we have stacked SMTs. I mean, do you guys see it? You guys see it, right? Data low gets swept. There's so many different ways you could enter this. It's like, you could have Khufu stacked this. You really could have. This would be a prime example of a really good Khufu stack. I'll show you guys what I mean. Let's see if there's SMT with ES too. If it was just YM. Oh my. Stop moving. Oh my. There it is. There it is. Okay, so SMTs all around. Looks like, yeah, with S&P and... Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay. So, with this low here, we had SMT with ES. By the way, what is this? A rejection block. So we super rejection block with SMT. So this is actually a dark phoenix, by the way. Wait, let's see if there was a rejection block on S&P. bro. Alright, first we're going to look at this Dark Phoenix. I changed my mind. I want to start with this Dark Phoenix. So, what happened? We had SMT with a rejection block. So, rejection block. Now, a lot of time you want to see the other asset utilizing the rejection block, but, I mean, this was the data low, so, like, I can tell that it's probably going to be a soup anyway. So, we get SMT with the data low below a rejection block. So this is my Dark Phoenix model, right? So soup, boom, soup of the rejection block, Dark Phoenix. And then also stacked SMTs, right? Beautiful. So yeah, here's SMT with ES. Here's SMT with YM. With this low. Just insanely beautiful. So I was already anticipating this data low to possibly be a soup. With this, like, having the SMTs here as confirmation, like, I would really, really like this. So I think the way you should do Dark Phoenix is either A, take the trade as if S&P is still holding the rejection block, you still stay in the trade, or B, project out the rejection block about a projection. And do probably like one projection down of the rejection block as your stop loss, like here. Or maybe like, or it just depends. You could do 1.5, 1. You might want to do like 1.25 or 1.5 just in case. What I like to do is I just wait for a reaction to prove the market's just going to react off of it. So I would just wait. Is the market reacting? Okay, cool. Now let's run it back up. So yeah, and then also, yeah, you could definitely just project out the rejection block like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And bang. Right? You can target the equal highs. Or just this high. Remember, this is the high that I targeted initially. I think I could have taken this trade. There was a trade that I tape read a while back that looked very similar to this, where it was a Dark Phoenix, and I said, this might be Dark Phoenix. And then it was. Alright. And all this is LRLR here. Oh, let's take a look at True Opens as well. I forgot to look at True Opens over here. Oh, I forgot to look at True Opens with the spoos. Dang it. Okay, we'll look at True Opens in this for this. Okay, we're below midnight. We're below True Week Open, and we're below True Month Open. Okay. And then here's 7:30. Okay. $7.30. Yeah, we looked at all these True Opens as well. Yeah. $7.30. $9.22.30. And then the other one was like 9.28. It was like right here. And so you can see this occurs below all of the True Opens, so we know we're in discount. We were also below every other True Open as well. That is a cool trade. That is a really cool trade. I'm gonna screenshot that. Man, with Dark Phoenix, you honestly just want to just wait for the market to react off of it. That's really what you want to see once you get S&T. Just kind of just wait. Is it moving up? Moving up? Okay, enter. Right? That's really what you want to see. It's like listening for the popcorn to start popping in the microwave. That's kind of what the Dark Phoenix is like just watch the low when you have like S&T with a very specific low and a rejection block. Wait for it to like start to pop, meaning just like pop off the low a little bit, and then enter. And yeah. $9.40 Dark Phoenix on the 1 minute. And then also, I'm going to make a little note here with Dark Phoenix. You basically want to start seeing price start to pop a little off the low, start to react a little bit off the low, the low, and then once it starts to do so, you're good to enter. It's crazy. We had Phoenix model today. We had Dark Phoenix model today. We had Vol model today. We had there was another one as well. I can't remember. But like all of them played out really nicely. Okay, what time was this? Yeah, like 9:40. So I would enter at 9:40 when we start to pop a little bit. during that 940 candle. During that 940 candle, I'm not sure, somewhere within that 940 candle. Once we start to get a little bit of reaction. Once again, some of these models are a little experimental, but you know, I see them happen a bit, so I'm like, you know, I'm gonna backtest them, and I'm probably not gonna take them live ever, like this Dark Phoenix, for a while, but I'll definitely try it on paper sometimes, like I did today. $9.40 Dark Phoenix, number 2, on the 1 minute. Okay, saving that. Beautiful, just beautiful. Now, okay, there were a lot of trades off of this low. That's the cool thing. With this being such a great point of interest, we had, I think, we had so many different entries off of it. Wow, we had a propulsion block. Whoa. Wait. We got to talk about this. Hold on. We got to talk about this. I know I probably would not see this live, but still, I'm going to journal it because it's only a matter of time before I do. Well, eventually, I will see it live. And then, you know, then I'm going to be so happy that I did backtest this all this time. So 7:30. Right? So what I'm looking at, I think this is so cool, is we have, once again, what's the draws on liquidity above? They're very obvious, right? There's a few. There's the low resistance highs. So many good draws on liquidity above. We have, first, we have an unmitigated 15-minute gap. We have equal highs here. I just want to mark all these out. Equal highs. And then all of this is LRLR. I said, guys, this is going to be really nice. We're probably going to go run up here. I said that. I said, this is my point of interest for today. Go rewind the stream. And then what happened, right? We ran all the way up to them. So equal highs, unmitigated 15-minute for VI gap. These are reasons that I was like, okay, I think the market's going to expand us higher. And we also had market open high here, right? That was another reason I wanted to go higher. So market open high, equal highs. So many good draws in liquidity above, right? With the final one being this 15-minute unmitigated for VI gap. Bang. So cool, honestly. Yeah, I knew we were going to go higher. I took a good trade. I honestly did. I really did. I think we might have even had an RTH gap above. Oh, yeah, we did. We did. Now, we did not fill it all the way. I mean, for obvious reasons. Look how big it is. It's massive. Did we even go to the 0.25? Yeah, we really only went to this, like, the 0.375. We did not get past it. That's crazy. Okay, I'm just going to put so many good draws on liquidity above. Once we took the data low with SMT, it became very direct. The market became very directional. Very fast. Alright, so with all that in mind, I want to look at this propulsion block trade, which is going to be pretty insane, this propulsion block trade. We had, oh man, you guys are going to call me crazy for this, but we have stacked SMTs with the data low, right? And what do we have here? We have an order block and a propulsion block. All the true opens. We were below all of them, right? And then what? Equal highs here. LRLR. Unmitigated 15-minute. All different targets. Okay, so what I was going to look at is this propulsion block. Why would you have conviction in this propulsion block specifically? Because it's what came right after the data low. And we already inversed the 15-second. So, right, here's an order block. And then here's the propulsion block. It dug into the order block. And so what can I anticipate with this, right? It's actually, we don't need that. What can I anticipate with this? If we take the data low with stacked SMTs, right? This one was with ES. This one's with YM. And then we get a propulsion block after taking the data low. I can basically, that's why this is such a good propulsion block, is because it's a propulsion block after we take the data low. And then at this point, it's just very clear that, like, market's gonna target these opposing draws. on the 15 second after taking the data low with stacked SMTs and also below all the true opens, and the 15 second has already been inversed. Right? These are all things that I'm thinking. Oh, I forgot to mark the IPG. Right, so there's the inversion for value gap. You can see we backtest the inversion for value gap as well. I full ported with one stop. You full ported with stop loss 1 point below the 450 con order. Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart. Oh man, because you know that whale is trapped and they're not going to let him get back to break even. You know that. Oh, you are a smart guy, FA. You are a smart guy. What can I say? Was there a whale that... Wait, let me check SP. Was there a whale at the bottom here? Oh, if there... I didn't think there was. I was talking about it on stream. I said, is there going to be a whale? Is there going to be a whale? I didn't think there was going to be one. But maybe there was one and I just... I didn't see it. It'd be crazy if we had a whale. If we had a whale into this propulsion block, like right here, I'm full porting that. Like that's insane. If we had if the 450 con whale was right, maybe that's what you're talking about. Was there a whale that's sold there? Cause like, bro, every time if a whale sells into a propulsion block or whatever, buys into one if it's a bearish one, a lot of small whales trapped there. Dang. Yeah, this. Wow. I can't wait to open up SB Pro. I cannot wait to open up SB Pro here. I gotta check. Dude, the whales as confluences is just insane. So yeah, this propulsion block was just... It's crazy. Oh, propulsion block taking a specific draw on liquidity is just what makes this so good. And then yeah, here's the IFEG. So the 15 second had inverse. The propulsion block had formed after we had an inversion for value gap and taking the data low. Come on, load. SB Pro. Download finished. It's still loading. SB Pro hasn't finished loading. Oh, okay, we got it. Okay, we're going all the way back to use indicator histogram to see big limit orders too. Ooh, you'll have to help me set that up later, for sure. Was this? No way. Was this the propulsion block or was this? This one. This just added conviction to the play, bro. I'm looking at it right now. Like, you'd have the... So here's the OB. Here's the PB. Here's where we get the trade. We probably have a retest of the propulsion block right when this guy sells. Bro, if I see that, I'm full porting. I'm like... Go, long, get in. Pump it up, pump it up. Like, I'm pretty sure, if I have to guess, and we're gonna find out very soon, but this whale that sold 37 cons was probably a retest of the change in state off of the propulsion block. That's my guess, but we'll see. We'll see. That is crazy. All right, I'm gonna screenshot this first. PB, dude. Every day, this just gets more and more cool. Like, trading just gets more and more cool every single day. Like, the crazy stuff we discover is just insane. Beautiful 1 minute propulsion block after taking the data low. No, not 1 minute propulsion block. Beautiful 15-second propulsion block after taking the data low with stacked S&Ts and below true opens. So I'm going to drop down to either a 5 second or a 1 second. And yes, I am going to be dropping down, like you heard me. If I need to, I'll drop down to a 1 second, but I might not need to. Right? Okay, so here this inverse is. Here's the OB. Here's the PB, right? Let's just go to a 1 second. Because I would think you would line a 15 second with a 1 second. Let's just see. So yeah, data low gets taken right here. Stacked S&Ts. So this is manipulation, right? Here's our order block on the 30 second. I mean the 15 second. Then the inversion for value gap happens right here. IPG. We get the close. And then what? And then what? 15-second propulsion block. So our eyes turn to this propulsion block, right? After we've already inversed this gap. And our eyes turn to this, and we're saying, okay, we know this is a pretty good propulsion block because we just took the data low, and we have really good draws on liquidity above, and we inversed this 15-second gap, which was the trade that I took, by the way. And yeah, stacked S&Ts. Like, this is all really good. So here, right, let's put a gradient on the propulsion block. Right? Boom. 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 Is there a way to get a 3-second chart? I mean, I know there is. It's just not letting me. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, so it's funny. You can take, like, there's a lot of different ones. This is a change in state delivery after sweeping this low. I don't know. I don't want to do this on the 1 second. It's too low time frame. I'll screenshot it though. So we'll line the 15-second with the 5-second. After taking the data low. Beautiful. So we're going to line the 15-second with the 5-second. And yeah, I think there should be a reasonable change state delivery within that. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly... Could not have predicted this better if I tried. I could not have predicted this better if I wanted to. This is amazing, right? Do you see what I'm seeing? Okay, let's actually mark it out like this. So, what am I saying? Well, here's an order block, here's a propulsion block. Okay, we dig into it utilizing what we want to see, like the 0.5 and the 0.25. Perfect green flags. Then we get a change in state of delivery. Oh, right? Change state of delivery after using the propulsion block. Right? So here's your CISD. We can actually mark it out as this. Or actually, it's like you could almost even use this, but we don't tap it. But here we have a change state of delivery on the 5-second off of the propulsion block and inducing this low. Once again, this is the whale. The whale the market sold into this. He sold into it. He sold into it. What up, Cave? We're viewing a very low time frame trade here, but I think this is really, really cool because it's a very specific draw on liquidity. I took this trade live, the 15-second inversion, right? I took this, but I'm going onto a lower time frame and showing how with this propulsion block, you could get this change in state of delivery. There's a whale that market sold right into the propulsion block CISD. Boom. Could that not be more perfect? Like, he literally came to us, said, hey, can I be your liquidity today? Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's fine. Oh my gosh. I feel like I sound kind of annoying. I don't know why I said it like that, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, the whale basically came to you and was like, yeah, like here, take my money. Right. So we'll mark this out as inducement. And then also that the whale sold into that. So it was a whale, a little baby, a smaller whale, but still a whale. Well, actually, it's not that small. It's a 37 con whale. So yeah, 37 con whale, like, basically got cooked here. So I like to use the school emoji for if someone gets cooked. So like this. Whale emoji and school emoji. Boom. Kill shot right there. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Trading is so fun. .25. 0.5. Once again, we are below every true open. Every single one. Every single one. Let's make a little note. Sweep, order block, propulsion block. There's our gradient on the propulsion block. And then, boom, 37 whale dies right at this inducement into the CISD. And wow, we are off to the races after that. That's crazy. And then, boom, boom, there you go. We can project out the change in state. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 projections. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Look at 8 projections. Oh, this just gets funny. It just gets funny. The way the market's so perfect, it just gets funny sometimes. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Imagine that. Imagine taking that trade. People would be like, "What? How did you do that?" How did you do that? We know. We know how. So yeah, here's the low time frame view, right? Here's the IPG, the propulsion block, the data low getting swept. So this is Dynamis. This is Dynamis on the 5-second. Okay, so Dynamis on the 5-second, 9:42:45. Dynamis, 15-second propulsion block line with the 5-second change state delivery. Number 1. And then we're going to show the trade, right? So the trade you would actually take is, right, change state delivery retest. So enter on the retest of this, stop loss below this low probably, or at the bottom of the propulsion block. Or if you're feeling really, really aggressive, you do a stop loss like at the midpoint of this. Let's just say that we were feeling super aggressive just for fun, right? Because I would say like this is. Oh wow. Wow. Once again, you could have entered on the close E2 if you wanted to. But the 37 con whale really sealed his fate here. It's like watching a gladiator cut off another. I don't want to even say anything. It's just watching like just you can see the whale getting just destroyed here. It's also a 2022 model, this gap right here. So it's a Halcyon protocol, it's 2022 model, but I'm not gonna record all that. So 9:42:45, Dynamis, 15-second in line with the 5-second, number 2. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break here, but that's a dope trade right there. I can't wait for the day where I have like a ton of screens. Like I know I have a lot of screens already, like 3 screens, but it'd be cool to have like a 4th screen just for SB Pro X, because I need one for Trade of 8, one for Trading View, one for OBS, and I want one for SB Pro X, and then another one for Discord. I want 5 screens. Is that bad? That's too much. I know. It's too much. I don't care. I want them. Oh my gosh. Did we really get a pin bar right under True Opens? This is trading is just getting to the point where it's just ridiculous. I can't believe how precise these markets are. Wow, we dropped down below the True Opens, form a pin bar. I wonder if it's a PSP. Not with the S. Oh my gosh, isn't this so cool? Dude, should we trade? Should we trade Asia session right now? Low key? Like, I'm feeling like in trading Asia. I want to. Like, just on demo. On demo. Like, bro. The pin bar off of the True Opens. It can't get smoother than that. Right, so here's a pin bar. True Opens taken. Let's get rid of all this. Clout. Hey, what up, Kalechi? How's it going, bro? What, did my computer just freeze? What? I can't move my screen. What's going on? I can't. Bro, get off the 5-second. No, I'm looking at a really cool trade. Can it? Why isn't it letting me move my computer? Is it? Let's just close trade. No, I'm looking at a really cool trade right now. Hold on. There's a 5-second pin bar off of the True Opens. This is really cool, actually. I love the 5-second, bro. I love the 15-second. I love the 5-second. It's like it's a microscope. It's a microscope. That's what it is. That's all it is. It's just a little microscope on top of price action. People will call it for being random or whatever. Sorry, it's not. It is a microscope on price. I mean, we dropped down. Look, we dropped down below the True Opens. Bang. What happens? All of this is accumulation. True Opens souped. Accumulation. Let's actually mark it out like this. Yeah. Accumulation. Wow, pin bar. We swept out this low. What is this? 945? I wonder if that was a specific low. Probably not, though. Right? Boom. It's just it's too much fun for me. It's too cool to see how precise these markets are. Let's mark this out in yellow. Actually, let's mark it out in red. Right? Accumulation. There's one True Open. So if you've got AMD framed and you understand the context and the draw liquidity, you can take this, right? This is awesome. Accumulation, manipulation, and then pin bar right there. But the main confluence here is the fact that we just dropped down into True Opens. I just realized we didn't even check to see if this is a new day opening gap or a new week opening gap. Oh my gosh. It was totally a new week opening gap or a new day opening gap. Oh my gosh. I'd put the odds at 90% that there is a new day opening gap or a new week opening gap or an event horizon or a Reaper gap. One of the four right here. I put the odds at 90%. Okay, first let's check new day opening gaps. Oh, this is going to be fun. It's too big. What is this? It's too big. It's going to be a Reaper gap. I already can tell. Yeah, it's going to be a Reaper. But we already checked event horizons. Oh, it might be a first limit for value gap though. Let's check that as well. Oh, it might be the superstar gap. Just kidding. By the way, the first limit for value gap was a breakaway gap, which is just so cool when you see that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So it's a Reaper gap. What is a Reaper gap? Well, it's a breaker. So it's a imbalance and discount of a breaker. So what's this? This is the breaker, right? So I told you guys it was gonna be one of the four or one of the five, right? This is the breaker, and there's gonna be an imbalance and discount of this, and we're gonna use it. Here it is. That imbalance and discount. There's your Reaper gap. Told you. I literally said odds are 90%, and then what happened, right? Odds are 90%, and then, well, we get it. So what is this, guys? This is seal of FA. Wait, no, it's just hand of FA, sorry. It's just a normal pin bar. There's no, it's not a PSP, but it's a pin bar, right? Pin bar. Pin bar off the Reaper gap. Couldn't get more perfect than that, man. So there's hand of FA right there. It is such an obvious Reaper gap too. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's so obvious. Sometimes I just feel like if I just sat on the charts for like all day long, like I feel like eventually I would just start taking trades like this pretty consistently. Because I don't know, they're happening all the time. There's no way I miss them all the time. Right? Eventually I'm going to catch them. That's pretty cool. So, there you go. And that's a wrap. There's your seal of FA right there. I mean, hand of FA. Pin bar, off the Reaper, below the true opens. Once again, true opens are not a requirement, but it's definitely, it makes it better, definitely. It makes it way better. Pin bar. Bang. Where is it? Let's just mark it out like this. And then as well, we will what was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Is there a new true open? I think there is. 952, right? Let me see. 950.37. So yeah. Perfect. And then yeah, I would just take profit at these bodies here, or yeah, within here. Let's project out the pin bar. Guys, I might be done after this, or I'll just take a break. Wow, 8 projections. Who would have thought? Yeah, I would just take profit. Bro, imagine Khufu stacking this, because you could go You could go pin bar, change instead of delivery. Oh my gosh! And then imagine if this was an outside bar. You could go pin bar, change in state. So hand of FA, shadow model, and then it almost was an outside bar, and then you would take all off here. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like if this was an outside bar, it would look like this. Pin bar, enter, go break even when we get this trade. Change in state, enter, go break even here. And then let's say this was an outside bar, enter, take all off at the highs. Isn't that so sick? So hand of FA, shadow model, outside bar, high. Possible Kufu stack. Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. But it's definitely D-Joser stack. We'll mark out the D-Joser stack. So 6R. Yeah. This is so cool. Oh, I'm nerding out right now. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is crazy. Wow. So, hand of FA off the Reaper. Unfortunately, I don't think there was any whales. But it's all good. So hand of FA right here at 9:59.10. Hand of FA on the lining the Reaper with a 5-second pin bar. And then as well, right, we'll mark out the shadow model trade. So look at the shadow model, right? Where would you probably have your stop loss with this change in state? I'd probably have it right around where break even was on this pin bar, which is super convenient because I'm already break even on the pin bar. So now I just stack these. I take, here's the change in state off of the Reaper. It's like, that is so convenient. Actually, this is a Reaper Abyss. So we're stacking Reaper Abyss with a hand of FA. Nuts. $9.59.20. Reaper Abyss, aligning the Reaper with a 5-second CISD. Oh, and we also have a fractal off of the low there. That's interesting. Wait, I wonder if you could take a trade off of that. Pin bar, enter, the fractal forms. Enter, stop right here now. Change to delivery forms. Enter. You could do it. It'd be super hard, and I don't think the stop loss would be at break even on the pin bar, but it's low key possible. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this out, right? So this is the Joser stack. once again, aligning pin bar or a pin bar off the, so a hand of FA with, and then a shadow model below all the true opens. But you see how the break even, when we go break even on this trade, basically it's really nicely lined up with the stop loss of the next trade. That's usually what I want to see. So what's the notation I've been doing for Doja stack? I don't even know. 959.10. And then I'm gonna put in brackets 959.20 Doja. Okay, I might be done here soon. That's crazy. I called it though. I said there was gonna be something there. That there was gonna be probably a pin bar or a Reaper gap, and I was right. You could take the fractal off the Reaper too, and I would consider that fractal off the Reaper or fractal off of anything. Here, let me think. And put this in my notes. I would consider fractal off N-Dog, N-Wog, EHPDA, Reaper, first presented for value gap, or propulsion block. Also as hand of FA. My head's starting to hurt, bro. Maybe I'll take another break. Okay, I'm gonna take another break. Take another break. I'm gonna be done for now. Actually, I'm gonna be done.